You may remember a little while back I was talking about the Waipapa Taumataro course. It is a core requirement for all first-year undergraduate students at the University of Auckland. They're expected to take it in their first or second semester, depending on their faculty, basically teachings of Te Tiriti or Waitangi. Regardless of what the student is studying, they must do this WT course at the cost of $5,730. Now, it's understood the University of Auckland's Senate has voted to recommend that the controversial course be made optional, allowing following widespread dissatisfaction. ACT Tertiary Education spokesperson Dr. Parmjeet Parmar is now calling on the University Council to show respect for students' choice by acting on this advice. And she joins me now. Parmjeet, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Leah.
It is lovely to talk to you again, and I know we have discussed this before, but it's good to catch up. Firstly, do you know how many students this affected has been forced to do the Waipapa Taumataro course?
So far, the numbers show it's over 8,000 students. So this includes international students as well. So It's close to 1,200 international students, and the remaining are all domestic students. And domestic students have paid around $1,000 for this paper, and international students upwards of $5,000. So it's a very expensive paper, not just in terms of money, but time, resources, and of course taxpayers' money has gone into it, students' hard-earned savings gone into it. And it's taken the choice away from students. So I think, the council should definitely show respect for student choice. And I really expect that the council will make this paper optional from next year.
To remind our listeners, Parmjeet, I have said it's basically about the Treaty of Waitangi. Am I correct, or can you give us more detail on what it entails?
That's correct. So this is a 12-week course. It is about a treaty. It is about tikanga. And as we all know that these ideas are contested, interpretation of treaty is debatable. And what does tikanga mean? It's not defined, especially when you talk about science. How do you define tikanga in science? So there are so many issues we have questions about. And that's why we have been, ACT Party and I have been calling for the university to scrap or at least make it optional. But now we have seen that students are not happy with this course, and I'm actually not surprised to see this negative feedback, because that is what happens when ideology starts to drive course development rather than market need.
So so the University of Auckland, the Senate voted to recommend that the course is made optional, and do you think that is because they came to that conclusion thanks to the widespread dissatisfaction?
That's correct. Exactly right. Yeah. So it's that negative feedback that has forced them to take a vote on this paper.
So I just wanted to give some costings here, Parmjeet. So, I mean, how does the university justify the $14 million cost to students and taxpayers for this WTR course? I mean, have you had any response yourself from either the University Council or the Vice-Chancellor about this?
Not at this stage. So I'm just waiting to see what happens at the University Council meeting. I really hope that the council will, this is the University Council we're talking about, will actually adopt the recommendation made by the Senate. And because we have seen that it's not beneficial to students at all, and it's not beneficial for anybody actually, because this should be about choice if somebody wants to study, because this paper at the moment is compulsory not only for arts or humanities, but even for subjects like business, sciences, health. And the students have clearly said that it's not helping them, and it's taking up space for another paper that they might have taken that would have been more relevant to their interest. I don't mind if somebody has interest and they take this paper.
Sure.
So that's why we have said that, initially we said scrap it, but that will be the best thing to do. But university should definitely follow what students are saying, make it optional. And by making it optional, it will also make it clear that if this paper is really needed, or is it something that the university is just imposing. because we will be able to see how many students are taking up this
I actually
paper.
really want to do it. Can you talk about or outline the main points, Parmjeet, of your Education and Training Equal Treatment Amendment Bill?
Yes, so my bill is to ensure that no taxpayers' money is allocated towards anything that has any race-based criteria, whether it is for entrance to any courses or whether it is for like spaces at universities or anything like that. But if some private entity wants to come along and provide money for a particular group of students, that's totally fine. It's to protect taxpayers' money is directed where it's needed. Because this example, this WTR paper, is a clear example where it's waste of money, it's waste of time, resources, it's taking away the choice. Because choice is important, and that critical thinking among students is important, because it's basically ideological bias in this paper, and students are forced to learn one-sided views. It's taking that academic freedom away. So we don't want to see any kind of ideological indoctrination under the guise of learning. And that is what is happening in this paper. So it's best that this paper is scrapped, but if not scrapped, it should be optional.
Parmjeet, have you had pushback from those that say, this is anti-Māori? If people come here from overseas, it's important that they understand, where we came from as a country and tikanga. I'm sure you have, Parmjeet. What's your response to that?